Hey everyone, have you ever had a difficulty working with an outside third party or vendor? I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to look for when choosing a vendor up front. If you've never been through this process yourself, I will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions along the way by avoiding these pitfalls. So if you are unfamiliar with me or my channel, I am Tom Batman Ziegelbauer, and I help businesses and entrepreneurs grow and scale through the use of technology. So we're just going to get after it. So the third most important in terms of my 3 here today is service. So find out if there are people who are advocates for that particular company or service or vendor that you can ask for personally to see how they operate. Were you happy with the level of service that they provided you throughout the entire project there? We've run into several times where we skip that step because we just kind of said, okay, well, hey, we need to get this thing done, and then we'll get into the middle of a project and it's like, oh, not so good because of the service. They're not taking it as seriously as what you do, which reflect on yourself, whatever industry that you're in. Are you doing the same thing for your customers? Are you providing that level of service to your clients? Second would be their style. So we just went through a giant migration project as an example. And to give you an idea in terms of the scope of that, we were moving from one sales CRM system to another one. And in the process of this migration, there's probably about 200 data points per record, and there were about 50,000. So that's about 10 million data points of failure that can go wrong. So as we're going through the process, this was, again, a learning sort of thing. We're trying to get this thing done as fast as possible, right? So we're getting through it, and there were a couple of red flags along the way. Like, she misspelled my last name, and she misused the CRM system that we were using and migrating from, and a couple of other things along the way. So when you're dealing with this much data, like, you got to be picky, right? So what is the style of them? And then the final thing, and this has burnt me several times as well, they should be local. Does that mean that they have to be like right down the street? No. However, we've had several situations, or I've had several situations along the way where we'll be dealing with international service providers or vendors, and you'll ask them a question and then it'll be 2-3 days in order to get an answer back. And sometimes you actually got an answer back to the question that you had posed, and sometimes not. And then now you've wasted 2 days, and now it turns into 4 days a week, and now you've lost your month. So the 3 things looking for in a service provider summing things up is service. What type of service do they provide to their clients and their customers? Second would be what is their style? Does that match up to you if you are definitely project managing over this particular project? And then last one, keeping it local, keeping somebody, so if you have a question about something, you can pick up the phone or Zoom or whatever you need to do in order to be able to ask that question right away. I always made this a priority. When I used to work in financial services and ran brokerages, I said, here's my cell phone. I don't care if it's 11 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning. I want you to call me, because that one question probably is going to turn into 2 or 3 or 4 by the time we hit morning. And it's a whole lot easier to answer that one question than it is to answer 5 all at the same time with somebody who is, emotional about the process. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If it did, write me some comments down below, or if you have some other thoughts or ideas on it, please comment those down below. Hit those 3 buttons, like, subscribe, and alert, so you are alerted to additional content from my channel. And always remember, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I care about you a lot, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.